and welcome to Supernatural Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm glad I'm hopefully going to have this video put out on a Sunday instead of last week where it didn't get put out till Monday. But with that being said, we are moving on, and we are still, of course, on season 3, working through season 3. This week with another 2 great episodes, starting with episode 12, Juice in Bello. Now, in this episode, we find out that Sam and Dean are hunting for Bella, and she was last seen in this hotel, and the boys show up hoping to find her there, but she is gone, and she has laid a trap, which the boys end up getting captured by Agent Hendrickson of the FBI, who transports them to a local prison or local jail, awaiting transportation when a horde of demons take over the whole town, infest everybody, in hopes of killing Sam, because the new leader wants Sam dead. So you have Hendrickson trapped in a jail cell, or not in a jail cell, but in a police department with the deputies, the sheriff, a secretary, and they're trapped. They can't go out. If they go outside, they get possessed. I mean that they're dead. That's the end of that. But we see in this episode where the boys actually convince Hendrickson that what they're doing is real, that they are saving people and hunting things and doing the family business the way it's supposed to be done. So Hendrickson ends up becoming a partner and help after he is possessed, and then the demon is exorcised. This was a great episode. It was nice to have so many callbacks. Bella was there for like a few minutes at the first of the episode. Then you had Agent Hendrickson was in this episode, which is totally cool. And to finally see Hendrickson and the boys actually work together instead of against each other was pretty cool. And then we also got introduced to the leader, the new leader, Lilith, who is kind of spooky. She's kind of spooky. But anyways, all right. With that being said, let's get into some scenes from season 3, episode 12, Juice in Bello.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm not just gonna sit around here and wait to die. We're gonna make a run for it.
It's safer here.
There's a SWAT facility in Boulder.
We're not going anywhere.
The hell we're not.
Hombre, somos espíritus. Hombre, soy tiene que protestas. Hombre, sin infernales adversari. Draco Maledicte et legio secta di
Hurry up!
It's too late. I already called them. They're already coming.
Ecclesiam tuum, security facias, simul libertate servire, derogamus aurinos.
Was that you in there?
I shot the sheriff.
But you didn't shoot the deputy.
Fighting off monsters with condiments. So, turns out demons are real.
FYI, ghosts are real too. So are werewolves, vampires, changelings, evil clowns that eat people.
Okay then.
It makes you feel better. Bigfoot's a hoax.
What's out there? Can you guys beat it? Can you win?
Honestly, I think the world's gonna end bloody. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't fight. We do have choices. I choose to go down swinging.
Plus, you got nothing to go home to but your brother.
Yeah? What about you? You rocking the white picket fence?
Empty apartment, string of angry ex-wives. I'm right where you are.
Imagine that.
Oh, hey there.
Excuse me, I'm looking for two boys. They're brothers. One's really tall and one's really cute.
What's your name, sweetie?
Lilith.
That happened just a few hours ago. Authorities believe a gas main ruptured, causing the massive explosion that ripped apart the police station and claimed the lives of everyone inside. Among the deceased, at least 6 police officers and staff, including Sheriff Melvin Dodd, Deputy Phil Amici, Secretary Nancy Fitzgerald, as well as 3 FBI agents identified as Stephen Groves, Calvin Reedy, and Victor Hendrickson. 2 fugitives in custody were also killed.
Must have happened right after we left.
Considering the size of the blast. Smart money's on Lilith.
What's in these?
Something that'll protect you. Throw Lilith off your trail, for the time being at least.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Lilith killed everyone. She slaughtered your precious little virgin plus a half a dozen other people. So after your big speech about humanity and war, turns out your plan was the one with the body count. So next time, we go with my plan.
All right, like I said, we got introduced to the new boss, Lilith, who wants Sam out of the way, I guess, so he can't interfere in Dean's deal. So we had, of course, Agent Hendrickson in an episode, and Bella Talbot, excuse me. So it was a pretty good episode. Really, really cool. Like I said, to see a lot of comebacks. You had a couple of special people. The FBI director that showed up to make sure that Sam and Dean didn't get away from Hendrickson, who ended up being possessed by a demon, of course, was played by Peter DeLuise. Now, Peter DeLuise hadn't done a whole lot of stuff. He is the son of the famous Dom DeLuise, who we have all seen in Cannonball Run and Cannonball Run 2 and other movies, Hot Stuff. A great, 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 great actor. Very funny man. I love this guy to death. Until, I still love the guy to death because he was a great actor. Rest in peace, Dom DeLuise. But his son, Peter DeLuise, is doing mainly a lot of TV stuff. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's work. He played in a vampire flick back in the 90s called Children of the Night, which was a pretty decent spin on vampire flicks. If you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. And he's done was in 27 episodes of Stargate SG-1. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it correctly, he went on to actually be an executive producer of the Stargate franchise TV shows. So that's pretty cool. And we had Rachel Pett, I think is how you pronounce her name. I'm not sure. I could be butchering it. I probably am. Who played Lilith, the little girl at the end of the episode, Lilith. She was in the TV miniseries The Tin Man, and she did an episode of Psych and was in R.L. Stine's Haunting Hour. She was very creepy as the Lilith character. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We also saw kind of like a little debate between Sam and Dean when Ruby offered up a way to get everybody out, which involved sacrificing the secretary, who was a virgin, to allow everyone to escape and push all the demons out, which in my estimation, the way it looked to me, like Sam was kind of for it. But of course, Dean was all against it, and it's one of those moral dilemmas that the boys have to face as they go through, this whole story. There's so many moral dilemmas that, they face, on a timely basis. But like I said, Dean was all against it and came up with another way just to let all the demons in and trap them inside the police station and exorcise them all at the same time. Pretty bold move. One of the demons does escape, if I'm not mistaken, by getting out the door, and I'm assuming that's how Lilith found out that the plan didn't go as the way it was supposed to, so she showed up and finished the job. That was a very good episode, a very strong episode. Probably one of my many favorite episodes out of the whole franchise, the whole show, the whole series. Very good episode. All right, now we're going to step into the next episode, which they're spread out throughout, sporadically through seasons. You always have like serious episodes, and then you have some funny episodes. Now, this one brings back some old friends, some old characters from earlier in the series. This is season 3, of course, and it's episode 13, Ghost Facers. Now, if you remember, we have run into these guys before. They're not called Ghost Facers. They were called Hellhounds. No pun intended. Sorry, Dean. But they ran into these guys before, and they run into them again, and these guys are investigating a house that is supposedly haunted, trying to get footage of ghosts and paranormal and that kind of thing, kind of like ghost hunters. And they end up running into the boys who are involved in this investigation because their father had tried to figure it out years before and failed at putting a stop to the haunting. So the boys decided to go in and try to see if they could do it. It's a very good episode in the aspect that it's the boys trying to do what their father couldn't do, or did not figure out a way to do. That's maybe, I don't know. That's been a couple episodes now they've actually done that. They've went back to a case that their dad wasn't able to accomplish and try to finish it up and clean it up for him, which is pretty cool. So they go to this mansion that is supposedly the most haunted place on a certain date, and of course the Ghost Facers, that's the name of their TV show. They are there trying to collect footage for their pilot so they can pitch it to the networks or whatever you want to call it. And Sam and Dean rush in and try to get them out of the house before it goes on spiritual lockdown at midnight, which they fail. So then they're all trapped in there, and they run into what they call the death echoes. Now, these are spirits that have been killed in some way, shape, or form, and they relive their death over and over again because their spirits are trapped. But what throws Sam and Dean off is there was nobody that was actually killed in that house, save the guy that lived there. And these were all different death echoes that were showing up different people. Come to find out that the guy that owned the property used to work in a mortuary, and he was taking the bodies home to play, as they put it, which, that's just disgusting. But anyways, that's the whole premise behind the episode. So, in this episode, we, of course, like I said, we run into the Hellhounds, and we have Ed, who was played by A.J. Buckley. Now, A.J. Buckley went on to do a lot of, TV shows and things. He was on a show called SEAL Team. He did 104 episodes of that show, which I've never watched that. And he done an episode of CSI New York. Then we have the character Harry, who was played by Travis Wester. Now, I have seen this guy. He's played in a couple of good movies. one of which was an old comedy called Euro Trip, which is a very funny film. If you've never seen that, you need to check that one out because it's pretty funny. And he also did a movie in 2005 that I believe was a Sci-Fi Pictures movie called All Souls Day. Now, that was a pretty cool flick there, too. Then we also have Brittany Ishibashi, I think is how you say her name. Pardon my French if I'm butchering it. She played in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows as I think it was Syria or Soraya, which was a cool character for her. And she also did 32 episodes of the TV series called Runaways. Then, of course, we get to the star, the man of the hour, Corbett. If you watch the episode, you know who I'm talking about. He was an interesting character. He played in a movie called Demonic and has also done an episode of Fubar with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I haven't seen either one of those, so I don't have any clue as to whether they're any good or not, but I'm pretty sure they're probably pretty decent. So, with all that being said and all that out the way, let's get to some scenes from Season 3, Episode 13, Ghost Facers.
A lot of people have tried to break into the Morton house. The local authorities have just gotten fed up.
Looks like the cops have got this place pretty well fenced off.
Wait, didn't you guys get like a permit or something?
A permit? It's a good idea for next time.
Yeah.
Car! Flash this off me!
Totally still.
Okay, not cops, just eggs.
What are you doing at the Morton house, Ed? Huh? On leap year? What are you thinking?
We're here to spend the night, okay? It's for our TV show.
What? Great. Perfect.
Yeah, nobody's ever spent the night before.
Actually, yeah, they have.
We've never heard of him.
Yeah, you know why? Because the ones that haven't lived to talk about it.
John Graham stayed on a dare, gone. Julie Wilkerson, gone. There are tons more. All of them came to just stay the night through, always on a leap year. The only body they ever found was the last owner, Freeman Daggett.
These look legit.
They are legit.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Guys! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! We got...
Hey, aren't those from Texas?
Yes.
All right, let's have this reunion across the street, guys.
Crap,
Come
what
on,
are
come
you
on.
guys doing
We'll get
here?
you ice cream, our treat. What do you say? Let's go.
Guys,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, not kidding you.
What kind of reading did we get?
It was a 10.9.
10.9.
Yeah, it was 10.9. I was almost 11, and I came out, and I was like, what's going on? And I was like,
Oh, why don't we go watch this part?
he got blasted. It was crazy.
And then gone.
I think we're off on this. I mean, that was just a death echo.
Yeah, but what's it doing here? Did anybody get shot here?
No, not that I could find.
What's a death echo? Look, if we got a problem here, that ghost ain't it. So maybe the echo's not dangerous, but maybe something else is.
You're right. All right, we need to get out of here, guys. Come on, let's go. Pack it up.
Guys, time's running out.
Like, how do you... Whoa.
Where's Corbett?
I wish to communicate with the restless spirits here. Here? That's better.
No man left behind!
How's Corbett?
Corbett!
No, guys.
Go back!
Guys!
Okay, like I said, a pretty strong, funny episode. Well, for the most part, funny. The Ghostfacer characters are great. Excuse me. I can't really recall right offhand right now if that's the last time we see these guys or not. I'm not real sure. I don't want to speculate. But they're great characters. They're so funny in these shows, in this show, and they made for some great funny episodes. It was nice to see Sam and Dean actually working together on a Monster of the Week type thing, and kind of straying away a little bit from the plot of the season. sometimes it's good to get back to basics and go back to the usual norm, saving people, hunting things, that kind of stuff, before all the demons showed up. But anyway, the way the episode was set up, I mean, it's kind of like a returner because their dad tried to do it before and then they came in to clean up. But not even they really got it clean, I don't think. So there is a way that they could maybe go back to finish this job again if they would have really wanted to. Or maybe I'm thinking of the other episode, because there was one other episode where they were fighting a ghost and they didn't really, they kind of like burned the house down or whatever because the ghost was haunting it. But anyways, that's, you know, they could have had callbacks on so much stuff. By the time you get to the end of this series, into the final episodes, there was so much stuff that was left unsolved or unclean, as you'd say. There's a lot of storyline loopholes that they could have went back and fixed if they would have wanted to. It didn't really hurt the series. The fact that they didn't really hurt anything. But it would have been kind of cool, you know, if they could have went back and fixed a few things, which you'll see, you know, if you've watched the series, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, these are great episodes. Season 3 was a fantastic season. And it only got better from here. I'm telling you. I mean, from the start of this show, from season 1 all the way up to season 15, there was so much stuff and everything. It kept you so enthralled in what was going on. You had to watch it every week to find out what was going to happen next, whether it be plot oriented or if it just be, you know, what the boys are doing, how they're coping with each other, how they're dealing with issues. This show was fantastic. And there'll never be another one. There'll never be another one in my eyes. There'll never be another show like Supernatural. So, you know, with that being said, we're going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode and for all the episodes. I appreciate you guys watching and liking and commenting on the shows, on the episodes. There will be, like I said in last week's video, I am getting back to the norm. There will be another episode, another show this week, another upload. It'll be a classic movie buffet theater episode. A lot of you seem to like those. And, you know, like I said, if there's, you know, there may be a trailer or two coming up that maybe I might like. I've got some that I need to check out and see what's coming out. There may be one of those this week. Not sure. It just depends on what's out there. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in and enjoying the shows that we're putting out. I do want to do a classic movie buffet on a certain movie. If I can work it out and get my buddy up here to record it and do it with me, it'll be fantastic. Should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. And until then, we will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, next Sunday, another great episode of Supernatural Sundays, where we go into 2 more episodes in season 3. We're vastly approaching to the end of that season, and then we'll move on to season 4, which is another great season to go through. So we will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.